So let's take a look at the 6 finalists, starting on the far side with the wife of the reigning men's single sculls champion. This is Sonia Waddell. Then Canada's most decorated Summer Olympian, Marnie McBean. The defending champion, Irina Fedotova, representing Russia. Trying to recapture the title that Germany last won in 1993, Katrin Rutschau, who was the silver medalist a year ago. And then the woman who was 4th a year ago in the final, this is Rumiana Nekova, representing Bulgaria. Closest to you in lane 6, the Olympic champion, coming back after a year off to try and regain the world title that she won in 1997 in Aigues-Belette. So fast tailwind conditions as we go away with Marnie McBean.
Yeah, Marnie McBean, who's ranked number 4 at the moment on the all-time list of medalists. She's a great competitor and competed in just about every event there is at the World Championships. She's up against a very, very tough lineup here. Closest to us, Karsten there, sculling for Belarus, is the Olympic champion, and she's taken a year off to have a baby. There's Rutschau now in our shot there for Germany. She's had a very, very good season so far, but look at that, the Olympic champion moving right out in front.
Well, that's clearly her plan. I wonder whether she can sustain this. Very interesting, though, Dan, because at the beginning of the season, the first World Cup, we saw her come back and challenge Fedotova, and that was in Haselwinkel. And on that occasion, Fedotova got the better of her. She missed out in Vienna and then came back in Lucerne, so she'd really found the barometer in Haselwinkel and made the improvement that was necessary.
Well, she's had a very good regatta so far. There's Fedotova there looking a little bit under pressure. She tends to come well in the second half. She's a nice sculler, very relaxed, rating pretty high there. She's about 34.5. But the Olympic champion, Karsten, is now at 32.5 and sculling very comfortably there on lane 6.
So in the first quarter of the race, it's Belarus who have the lead. Also well forward, Katrin Rutschau, and on the far side beyond her, Fedotova also putting herself in the picture. At the moment, Sonia Waddell wide on the far side for New Zealand. Marnie McBean also a little bit back as we come through the first quarter of the race.
She looks extremely secure there, doesn't she? She's looking very, very strong. What do you think, Miriam?
I think what she's done, she's judged the season really well. She's come in very slowly. She hasn't expected too much from herself. She went through to win at Lucerne, very pleased. I had a quick chat with her afterwards, well, more sign language, and she was over the moon about winning there. She's determined. Can you see the look in her eyes? It's the same look that she had when we were at the Olympics. She's determined that she's going to come back and she's going to win in Sydney. First of all, she's got to achieve here, and look at that concentration. I'm very impressed with the way she's been able to judge herself. But look, the other side of the course, they're beginning to pressurise her a bit. We've got Fedotova, who's gone out a bit harder than normal, and she's pressurising the German there, and then the Bulgarian back in 4th place. They're all there. Anyone can win at this stage of the race.
Yes, Katrin Rutschau, very interesting, 24 years of age, from Berlin. Silver medalist a year ago, and she's definitely improving, and she really felt coming into this that she also from Lucerne had made improvement.
Well, she's had a very good season. She's a former junior champion, and there alongside her is Nekova from Bulgaria, two of them both former junior champions, fighting it out. But right at the back now, an unusual position for her is Marnie McBean. She's having a little bit of a struggle in this new event, doing it on her own, but still just out in front there, being pressed by Rutschau now, but just out in front still, the Olympic champion Karsten.
Yeah, Marnie McBean, just for good measure on the way to these World Championships, collected the Pan American single sculls title, but she's up against a class field. Half distance now, and it's Karsten who has the advantage now, and over Rutschau with in 3rd place Nekova of Bulgaria, and she's having her best ever season, Dan.
Indeed, in fact, Bulgaria's produced 2 very good scullers, the men's heavyweight sculler and Nekova here, both of them doing very, very well in these championships to reach the finals.
The other thing is that Nekova took a lot of confidence, because although she was beaten by Fedotova in the first World Cup, then she got a bit of revenge in the Hollenbecker in Amsterdam and started to really believe in herself, and she's maintained that forward. Whether she can win the gold, that might be a one step too far, but she's in with a chance of a medal.
Certainly indeed. But Ruchal, who really does look very strong, she's extremely successful in quads, Ruchal. She was a gold medalist in the Olympic quad in '96. She's looking very good there for the silver medal, but out in front, it's certainly Karsten, just turning on the pressure a little bit here after halfway, just squeezing on up to 33.5. Look at that concentration, completely focused and sculling really immaculately.
And interesting to see that Nekova has really made a little bit of a move. You can see her there, two from the bottom of your picture there, and she's probably just getting the better of the argument at the moment with Fedotova for the bronze medal position. So it's Belarus, then Germany. There's Nekova just disappearing out of the left view of the screen, and she's making a move, Dan.
Right, it's absolutely a battle now for the second place. I think that Karsten has moved well out in front. She's a length up. Watching the others, just a quick glance across to make sure she's in good position. There's still a lot more to come from her, I reckon, in the last 500. But the real battle now is for the silver medal between these two former junior medalists.
Yes, 1 quarter to go, the last 500 metres, and clear water there for Kototovic, Karsten over the rest of the field, but Rumiana Nekova and Katrin Ruchal neck and neck, and Fedotova's really got to make a move now, otherwise this would be a big surprise. I don't think at the beginning of the season that we would have even countenanced the thought that Fedotova might not even get a World Championship medal.
Yeah. Fedotova for the last 2 years has always she's looked so strong in the second half, and this is where you'd expect it to come. But she is struggling a little bit. She's out there on lane 4, and she's having a little bit of a fight.
Well, Katia looks fantastic out here in front. There is a real battle going over on the other side of the lanes for second and third slots, and no one wants to come fourth. At the moment, when we last looked back, it was Fedotova. Look there, we've got the German in second place. She looks like she's quite convincing. She's got the better of the Bulgarian. Can you see the water getting a lot rougher at this stage? It's being able to remain relaxed while the rate's going up. Fedotova looks like she's left it a bit too late to get that last 250. But the Russian is way out in front. She's really, the Belarusian, she's really in control. Those legs firing down, I bet they're burning at the moment. She's breathing, you can see her cheeks blowing in and out. She's determined, you could see the look in her eyes. But hey, look, the battle for second and third is going on.
Indeed it is, and it's Katrin Ruchal now, and Nekova and Fedotova. Those are the three fighting out for the 2 medals. Remember, Nekova was the sculler who last year missed out. She was pushed into 4th place. Karsten in total control of this. She can look to her right. She can see everything that's happening, and she'll be happy. She'll be smiling happily inside herself now, as Ruchal really makes second place her own now, as now Fedotova tries to put the pressure back on Nekova. Coming to the line now. Gold for Belarus, silver for Germany, and Nekova just gets there ahead of a spirited challenge there by Irina Fedotova, improving by 5.41 seconds, the world best set by Silken Lerman in 1994. Matt Smith, the executive director of FISA, the man responsible for giving out the medals. And a really good crowd on this refurbished Henley course, packed on both sides. They've spent over $8 million refurbishing this facility. Katrin Ruchal, I wonder, can she improve and catch Karsten in the next year?
Bulgaria.
A personal best. Really good performance to take the bronze from Rumiana. But what about Karsten and that Olympic gold medal next year in Sydney? Can she make it 2 in a row?